Aloha and welcome to the OMR Diecast Sports Report for March 2023. I have a major raceway update to share with you. It's going to be a rather long one, so please bear with me, and I thank you in advance for tuning in. Stay to the end. We have news on a few upcoming events here at the OMR and later in the broadcast. We got some footage of some exhibition racing that took place shortly after the Eliminator series finished up. All right, on to some news. All right, let's go back in time, back to the original Obsidian Mountain Raceway. And I built it on top of my dining room table and a turned over sofa. And the rest is all cardboard boxes and paper mache. I like the layout of it. The loop there was kind of difficult to film, and my lighting wasn't very good at the time either. So enter Obsidian Mountain 2.0. Thanks to a little help from the volcano erupting and wiping out the tubes that the corkscrew or loop was in, it filled in. So we built over it, and this is the pipeline that most of you are familiar with now. Goes into Calamity Corner, not much of a parking area up there, down Memorial Drive, into that last 180 in the valley turn, and to the finish line. So as you can see, it still needed some improvement. So I built it up a little bit. We had a collapse in the upper level under the divided roadway. And so we built a bridge, got over that. We took some of the materials, though, and we built a landing where the gully used to be, very deep crevice, actually. And that's the new home of Tommy's Tacos and Kelp Burgers. And down the pipeline we go. We added some safety barriers, which really didn't help much. And built up this area here a little bit where I could put out a few cars. And back down Memorial Drive again, around the valley turn. Put in the GDM garage, Charlie's Auto Service. And we needed to build it up even more. So not much was done to the track itself. I did change the elevation in the pipeline there and gave it more of a steeper swoop. And we added the Cadiabello drag strip there. Short sprint track, about 9 feet long in actual length. But then right after recording the Eliminator series, and thanks very much to my other half, my better half, as most would say, for helping me finance this renovation. Went out and bought real lumber from the local Home Depot. Built a solid platform from the floor up. It's 18 inches off the floor. The start gate is 46 inches above the platform and drops down into that last turn right there where I expanded the once 180, and now it's a double 90, much like Calamity Corner. So I got some of the foam mountain background work done. Started piecing out the bottom half in the valley. Did a few test runs, see how things were going. Cars were running pretty good. So the elevations were working. Even got a couple trucks to go down. Well, one partly down. And on to phase 2. Now, you're going to see a lot of this upper level repeated. Some new things were added each time. Here I'm working on the pipeline. I'm keeping that same drop off swoop into Calamity Corner. It's gone from a 10-degree drop to a 12-degree drop. Got the Obsidian Mountain Fire and Rescue in place. Got the House of Nos up there along with the Totem Driver's Den. And then I started the paper mache and foam work down here on the bottom, which would be the valley area and the finish area. And then it was a matter of just letting that dry and getting it all painted in. And like I said, you're going to see the starting area a lot. I don't know why. Just I always started shooting from the top and worked my way down. And there were a few changes, some additions. Got the longhouse and the camping area there with a couple wave riders. And we added a little dining cabin there for spectators and if the campers wanted something besides barbecue or whatever they might be cooking on the grill. Got the Obsidian Mountain Channel 6 news truck on site helping us with all these reports and covering the renovations and construction. Got the pipeline all fitted in. And as I said, that went from being a 10-degree angle to a 12-degree angle, so it's actually a little steeper. Started putting down some road surface and grass up in the bluff area. Got the new GDM garage in place. Working on a showroom. That's just a mock-up. I actually got a different building that's going to be sitting there. And working on some waterfalls in the corner there. There's a look down into the valley from the start gate area. Started working on the Memorial Drive. There's the new GDM showroom building. And that's before I got the lights in there. Got that set up. And here we go from the top again. Started putting the billboards back up, going down the pipeline. Pretty much got everything mapped out there on the bluff area where Calamity Corners is. Got my little wave there, little lava rock formation right before the pipeline. I thought that was pretty cool. The House of Nos and the new Totem Driver's Den, which I came to find out wasn't quite big enough to hold all 10 cars, as you'll see in a later footage. I was going to paint the parking lot or parking slots onto the surface, but I decided I actually found printable parking stalls, and so I printed them out and I just glued those down where I wanted to have parking spaces. Got a new lift for the GDM garage, you might have seen in there. Getting some figures ready to get those in place. Tire shops in place. Little shrine right there behind the showroom where the drivers like to stop in before the races. Pan out a little bit. Got flash up there over the tunnel that leads the drivers back up to the top of the mountain or further down to the mountain into the nearby towns. Still working on some billboards over there. Got the pit row garage in place, parking lot stalls over there. Tommy's Taco in its new location. The waterfall's coming along pretty good. Built a few new grandstands, and I got the timer in place. There's Flash running around checking on everything, making sure everything's good for y'all to be racing on. A new addition to the track is the excuse me, Ohana Freight, which is where the tractor trailers and rigs are going to be parking um, when they're doing their thing. New podium area there, winner's podium. Some more parking area there across from that. And we got a new Valley Grocery because, of course, any spectator or camper is going to need their beer and barbecue sauce, and charcoal, whatnot. Pit road gas station or service station, and Tommy's Tacos and Kelp Burgers. Got to get one because they can't kelp but be good. All right, so finally got 99.9% of the work done. And here is the new layout or new scenery for Obsidian Mountain Raceway 5.0. Got more vehicles in place. All the buildings are up. Emergency crews are on station. Got the whole squad up there. There's Jack there at the House of Nos getting that ready. Get them JDMs and other cars that are on the NOS all juiced up. There's the Totems Den, and as I was saying earlier, I only had room for 8 cars. 2 are on the roof, but I got a parking area on the other side, and I'll just set them out over there. The GDM showroom is open for business. Right now they got the American Muscle Car Show going on there. And there's your safety rails going down Memorial Drive. I wasn't going to have any there, but after running a few more test runs, and yeah, it needed to be there. The girls are hardly working there at the Pit Row service station, Pit Row gas stop. And no, they really do a great job. Great work there, and some great racers as well in that shop. Charlie's waiting for the races to get started because she knows what this mountain can do to even the best drivers. So she's open for business. And the Valley Grocery, open for business. Got a little sidewalk work I got to do there where it erupted, and but I'll fix it. Actually, I already have it fixed by the time you're watching this. And the treasure hunt, hot wieners. Get your hot wieners and beers over there, right next to the grandstands at the finish line area. And there's another emergency crew right there on standby. And of course, these 2 beautiful Mustangs, a very generous gift from my friend Earl over there at Quantum Diecast, sent those to me. So they found their home up here next to the announcer stand where I'm at here next to the clock. And the Ohana Freight has got in some of their trucks. They'll be gearing up to do some racing. I got the art cars out there in front of that parking lot right next to the roadway there. And of course, Cadiabolo is back. My 9-foot sprint drag strip. We have some news from the OMR Council on upcoming events. There are 2 new car shows scheduled in the next couple weeks coming up for you. And during that time, there will also be a driver sign up posted for the Obsidian Mountain Team Mixer Challenge. It is going to be a 48 car all JDM 24 team tournament. Drivers can select their car, but your teammate will be randomly selected and paired. As you know, here on the island, we like to put a little twist in things now and then. Also coming up is the Obsidian Mountain Totem Wars. We're going to be officially kicking that off here in the next few weeks. It's going to be a one and done challenge race to be among the top 10 drivers here at the OMR. This will be open to non-modified and modified vehicles, but no buses or fantasy vehicles will be allowed. This will also be a mail-in event and ongoing throughout the OMR seasons. More details to come on that soon. Another upcoming mail-in event on the calendar is the Aloha Invitational Pro-Am Tournament. This will be a 64-car event consisting of 32 pro cars. By that we mean race version cars, and there will be 32 AM cars, which are straight from the factory, off the production line, regular everyday street cars. This is a team event, one pro car and one AM car per team. As I said, this is a mail-in event, and we'll have more details coming to you soon in an upcoming broadcast. So stay tuned for more information on those upcoming events. This brings us to the end of the news portion of this report. Let's go get to some racing. All right, got some of the new cars on the track. The Audi e-tron gray version. Pretty paint job actually for a gray. Nice and shiny. It's smoked that Camaro right out of the gate. And unfortunately the timer wasn't set to record that. That had to be a pretty fast time. Okay, the Audi's going up against the Mazda Cosmo. These are a couple of the E-Case cars. And again, that Audi is just smoking it. Oh, got a little spinny around Calamity Corner, and power slides backwards across the finish line. Turf and Surf, Hot Rod up against the Audi, and the Audi says, you ain't got enough for me no matter how big your engine is. Down Memorial Drive and around the Valley Turn and across that finish line in a 5.82. Not bad. New coloration of a Batmobile against that e-tron, and the e-tron takes the lead going down the pipeline into Calamity Corner, smoking the Batmobile. Atomic batteries to power, and oh man, oh, that must be the Gotham Knight version of Batman. Very dirty, very ruthless. All right, the Cadillac Seville up against that Audi, and the Cadillac has taken over, going down Memorial Drive and across that finish line just before the Audi did try to catch up right at the last second. Not enough track. All right, now we got a Honda Civic R-Type up against that Cadillac, and Honda's gone. Down Memorial Drive, the Cadillac just crashed out there coming out of Calamity Corner. Took a roof slide all the way down Memorial Drive, and there it is in the Valley Turn. Upside down. All right, we got a new Mazda Miata MX-5, a black racing version. But that Honda says, no, keep it home. Whoop, the Honda just got loose, and the Mazda said, no, you go home. I'm going across the finish line first. Wow, there you go. See, it's not always about speed. You got to be able to handle what you're taking on. The El Segundo Coupe against that Mazda Miata, and there goes the El Segundo, takes the lead down the pipeline through Calamity Corner and down Memorial Drive, and just lost a gear right there coming out of that Valley Turn, and the Miata had enough to get around it, blocked it out going across the finish line. And we got the Datsun 280Z up against that Miata. Or nope, I'm sorry, I take that back. That's a Batista. That's the new Batista right there. That was not the Datsun. I believe the Datsun is right here against a Toyota Celica. And that Datsun does have a lead going down into the pipeline through Calamity Corner, down Memorial Drive in that last turn, and lost it in the valley turn, and the Toyota Celica takes it away. I want to thank you all for tuning in to this report, and I hope you enjoyed the exhibition races on the new Obsidian Mountain Raceway 5.0. As you heard earlier in the report, got some driver select race coming up, got a couple mail-ins coming up. Those details will be coming up. You probably get more information over the next couple weeks for sure. I also got those car shows coming up for you and some more exhibition racing, and we'll get that Totem Wars kicked off as well. Thank you all for watching. Mahalo, aloha, and keep your roof to the sun. Catch you at the races.